What is up, everybody? It is your boy Farai. Thank you once again for tuning in. Shout out to everyone in the comments section, you know what I mean? Notification squad, what is up? You know what I mean? Always much respect for tuning in every week. Hope you're learning something. Happy March. This video will be going up in March. It is the 1st of March today. But anyway, today we're going to be looking at a plugin that I feel is very much underrated, and you can get some really cool results with it. I think it does come with the most basic version of FL Studio, so you should be able to get some really cool results for a very low cost. But yeah, that is the Fruity Hardcore, just hardcore within FL Studio. As you can see, this is a really old image line plugin, and what it essentially is for is it's used for guitars. These are all basically emulating guitar pedals, right? So, you know, check out YouTube and just check cool guitar pedals, and you'll see people really playing around with all sorts of different guitar pedals that do all sorts of cool things. In my opinion, guitar pedals were almost like, you know, the first VSTs for guitars in a sense, because, you know, you've got distortion pedals. You know, Jimi Hendrix, go check him out, you'll see him kind of you know, guitar pedals always lying on the floor, and you know, guitarists will kick them in and out to enable different effects on different parts of a song. So, you know, I think that with this punk rap style of music, especially with kind of more screamer rap and that kind of thing, you can kind of treat your vocal as an instrument. You know, you can also do this with kind of stoner rap, you know what I mean, more atmospheric rap. I mean, if you listen to Juice WRLD Ski Mask Cutthroat, you can definitely hear that distortion on there. That's natural distortion, but you can get similar results messing around with this, and maybe even cooler results. So without further ado, we'll check out what I have. Don't forget to smash like and all of that if you're new to the channel. And yeah, so, you know, I've got this double right here. I don't know if I should play the whole thing. I might as well, but actually, let's just focus on what is important in this video. If you want to go check the full breakdown, just check out my, I think it's the punk rap, the thumbnail is blue. I'll leave it in the description. But yeah, so just take a listen to this doubler, and then I'll solo it and you can listen, and then we'll actually try and recreate our doubler effect from scratch, and maybe we can get something different and cooler. So yeah, let's get it.
Talking on the phone, are you listening? Text on my phone, reading from the past time. Rolling up a backwood, just a pastime. Sober as I am, at least now I know who I am. Are you leaving? Okay. Are you gonna go or stay? Do you even know? At least let me know. Yeah.
So there you go, you can kind of hear it more predominantly at the end of the track right here, where you kind of got this fade out. Really cool for, you know, bridge sections, the ending of the song, etc, etc. So yeah, you know, all I'm really using is the hardcore, right? So if I solo that, you can kind of hear, you know, we kind of got some screamo going on here.
First time, last time that I wanna know. Last time, fast time that I can't ignore. Do you miss me?
And it's just kind of cool outro gibberish. But yeah, so the first thing I'd like to say about this plugin is the distortion module. You can also mess around with all of these modules right here. You got quite a few options right here, very similar to the stock stuff, but just more catered towards guitar. So it's really going to be cool when you add your vocal stuff on. The first thing I'd just like to say before we kind of break down the plugin layout and all of that is that you need to just watch out with how much distortion can occur and how loud your vocal can get if you use it on full wet. So as you can see right here, I am using it not more than, I would say, 4 or 5%. So there, 4% right there, you know, so make sure that you tone it back. So let's start a fresh one, right? So we'll go to there, we'll just put it on 4%. We'll take a listen. So as you can hear, that's quite a bit of distortion right there, right? But so let's go to the layout. You got your input output knob. You know, you can drive those if you want. Input for more distortion, you know, less input for less distortion. Then you've got this EQ right here. So this is just a standardized EQ, as you can see, similar to that. But then you've got this thing called cabinet, right? Now cabinet has its own distortion as well, because it's emulating a speaker cabinet. So if you don't want that sound, you can disable that. So let's listen what it sounds like. Let's turn everything off and just listen to the cabinet on its own.
First time, last time that I want.
So there you go, right? If I turn on, let's just say cabinet D, they all have a different sound.
First time, last time that I wanna know. Past time, fast time that I can't ignore. Do you miss me?
You know what I mean? They've all got a slightly different sound. You don't really hear them unless you turn the distortion on, so I'll just do that quickly.
First time, last time that I wanna know. Past time, fast time that I
So I quite like that. That kind of reminds me of some pop record, punk records. So that's really cool. Next thing, you obviously got your EQ, that's pretty standard. You've got a noise gate here if you've got a whole lot of distortion, but we'll replace that for now. I'm thinking like we can start off with a bit of, let's just delete everything. We'll start again. So, we'll delete that. Distortion I'm definitely going to keep because I do want some distortion. I will turn down the distortion a little bit though. And I don't really know what these other options do. You can play around. I'm just going to keep it simple and sweet for the sake of this video. But yeah, the next thing I'll do, I want to wet the vocal up a little bit. So let us add a chorus, flanger, or phaser, right? I think those are good tools to kind of, spread the vocal. I don't know what that is, modulated. Let's try that. That's something interesting to me. And immediately we get that distorted meme thing. So, let's not use that because this is not a meme. But yeah, we can try something like the phaser. Not really a fan of that. Let's try the chorus. It usually sounds good to me. And then we'll just turn the intensity down and bring it up. That's kind of cool. We'll turn it up a little bit more. Maybe turn the speed down so it doesn't wobble as much. And that's cool. We can even double that up with a bit of flange right here. Let's check what we can do. Turn that on. So that's cool. So let's turn that off and listen to what the AB sounds like. So that's cool. The first thing I'm going to do is just turn the output down a little bit. I want to kind of level match it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is maybe add like a reverb or something just to create a cool space. Maybe we've got a spring reverb here. No, we've just got a normal reverb. We'll turn that on and see what we can do. Obviously, always start with the mix down so that you can kind of bring it in and see if it's doing what you want it to do. We'll turn the decay down slightly as well because we want a more tight sound. And that sounded kind of cool to me, so let's take a listen to it within the mix. So we'll kind of start from there.
At least let me know. At least let me know.
So one thing I will add is probably a compressor right here because I can feel that the vocal is slightly bouncing around. So let's move that left. We'll put the compressor first so that we can allow the effects to do their thing.
At least let me know.
And then, from there on, I'll probably just mess around with all of the cabinets. S or R I quite like. But yeah, I will be giving away this exact preset right here, the original one I used. Very similar. You can see I kind of stick to the same thought process, you know what I mean, when messing around. But yeah, there you go. I hope you learned something, you know what I mean. Definitely go and mess around, with these types of effects. You can also use the Waves guitar, which has a lot more cleaner, a few more options that you can mess around with. But yeah, mess around, all I'm really doing is Waves doubler right there, a bit more reverb just to space it out, and then an EQ. But definitely go and mess around and see what you can do. So this preset will be in the description box. I'll give this one away as well if you like the tone. That was just kind of a bit of spitballing. But yeah, smash like if you have learned something, you know what I mean. Comment any questions you may have, and go in and do research on some other free guitar pedals that you can apply to your vocals. So I'll check you in the next video. Peace out.